Oh, yes.
Do you all remember there was an early episode of Seinfeld, like season one maybe, where Jerry is on an airplane sitting next to a really obnoxious drunk guy who gets sick on the plane and asks Jerry to watch his dog, whose name I think is like Farfel, but the dog is basically it's never seen in the show. It's always off set, out of frame, and it just goes, woo, woo, woo. And that's all the dog does. It's this very loud whooping cough. Yeah. It's phenomenal. But yes, so that is what I was going to say, is similar to the sound of the dog that has presented itself occasionally in your audio, Kelly, which, listener, it might appear later in the episode. We don't know.
His name is Jack, and he's a sweetheart. He's just big, and he doesn't know how to control himself.
That's what big dogs do. Most of them are just big floppy baby boys.
Yeah, that's what he is. He's a big floppy baby boy.
Speaking of big floppy baby boys, we're going to talk about one who is a lead actor on a show.
Yep.
Listeners, this is Debut Buddies.
Hello.
It's a fortnightly podcast about firsts, and I'm Nate. I'm one of the buddies.
I'm Kelly. I'm an additional buddy.
I'm Chelsea. I'm also a buddy.
Yeah.
And on this episode, we are not talking about the eldest entries in our spank banks, nor are we talking about emery boards that have fallen out of use, but we are talking about the first episode of The X-Files from 1993.
93.
It's a big year. It's a big year, 1993. Bill Clinton, just barely been president.
Oh, yeah. Hope, Arkansas. Represent.
The Simpsons, rolling into season 4, I think.
Yeah, everybody knows that that's a notable year. Season 4 is always a big year for any TV show.
Big stuff's happening. Big stuff's happening. And yeah. And this little program debuts on the Channel Fox. I don't remember when exactly. Was it a fall program? It wasn't a spring replacement, was it? I think it was a fall program. I kind of remember it being a fall thing.
You should say the name of the show, but then I have questions about your memories.
Oh, the name of the show, X-Files? The X-Files?
Yeah, The X-Files.
As created by Chris Carter? Is that who it is?
Yes.
Great.
That's him.
Yeah, Chris Carter.
You know him.
Not to be confused with the wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings, similarly named.
Huh.
So yeah, this show, it's a great show. Great show. Kelly and I both loved it. We saw it. We
don't say
it.
past tense. Don't past tense it.
Well, we still do.
Tense.
But we did love it. We had at a time loved it, and we continue to love it, which is the greatest love of all. I'm pretty sure that's what Whitney Houston sang about in that song. I will always love you.
Yeah, that's it. That was based on the X-Files.
Yeah. So let's start with the most important question, which is, Chelsea, what did you think of this?
Terrible. I'll never watch another episode. I'm just kidding. That would be the meanest thing.
You've seen this one before.
I have.
Correct?
Yes, but it was very long ago, and I don't think I sat through the entire episode. So this was the first time I sat through it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very, very strong for a pilot. But I and a lot of thoughts I have about it are like, everything I know feels like it's partially built upon X-Files in later life. Like that, I think it inspired so much in later times.
This is like that poster that's everything I learned in life I learned from Wizard of Oz or whatever that they'd have in the kindergarten.
Yeah, but it's just one of those like
X-Files.
super sexy promo shots for the X-Files.
Yeah.
It's still in a kindergarten classroom, but it's like the one where they're like naked
Gifted and
under
Talented?
a sheet on on like an autopsy table.
Oh yeah, wasn't that a Rolling Stone cover? Was them naked
Girl,
under sheets?
probably. I don't know. They had a lot of super sexual content.
In the first episode, that I was like, this is more sexual than I thought it would be. I didn't expect the underwear.
I made that note too. I was like, wait a minute. Is this where
checking
Nate
in.
started becoming a man? because I was like, wait, this is really gratuitous. I thought that was very gratuitous when I was rewatching. I was like, oh, this is kind of like we're immediately getting Gillian Anderson's clothing off. Like that's what we have to start with, because she's going to take a shower, and how like tropey horror is that also. So it was kind of, we're
That's a good
leaning
point.
into an idea. It's also 1993, so I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Another important thing, I don't want to lose this thought. We'll get to the plot, but I don't want to lose this thought. This episode premiered on September 10th, 1993. So I just want us to think about whether there's any connection to events that happened in the realm of that date and the X-Files.
Girl, okay, cancel the rest of the episode. We've got to get to the bottom of this.
Here's what I'm going to say. If you take the Twin Towers and you lean them over, what do you get?
Oh my God. Nate, you've cracked it.
Yeah.
Is this our second conspiracy theory episode?
It's our third.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we're on an all conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's good.
Of how many? Question mark?
Yeah, Chelsea, like what? Okay. So you'd already seen this. You hadn't sat through it, so I assume you stood or you were running or something the other times you watched it.
I feel like I was in the middle of doing like other things like dishes or laundry and not paying full attention, because I was like, oh, I missed a lot of this the first watch.
I felt similarly, like rewatching this now. I knew the beats, but I was struck by how strong it is and sort of independent, like as pilots go. And you kind of said this already. This is excellent. This is like a great way to start. It is paced and structured so well that you get all the info you need in Act 1 to know where everybody's at, but it doesn't feel overly expositional. You get a little expo dump in Act 2, and then you get a cool climactic thing that we get even a Raiders of the Lost Ark-esque ending to this, which, so good. It's no wonder this got picked up.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, go on, Chelsea. I want to hear more about your thoughts on this, because how much X-Files have you seen in your life, would you say?
Not very much, probably pieces of a couple episodes. Okay. Not a ton. I think.
Do you have any like notable memories of the X-Files, that like maybe scenes that we could think about?
There was one. I may have watched. Is there one about smoking? Smoking Man? Is that one?
Oh, I mean, the Smoking Man is involved a lot. He was in this episode.
Is that a specific episode? Oh, that is him. Well, is there one with that name? Because I feel like
probably
there may have been a specific episode that somebody was like, you should watch this one. And I did, but it was out of context. So
the one where he's like, the one that goes back to the past and we see him.
That might be it.
It implies that he killed Kennedy.
Not the comedian from The Watchmen, but the Smoking Man.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the lone gunman, right, is the implication.
We should do, what we should do is a series of, or you should do on your podcast. I don't know. Someone
it should be out there in
Listeners,
the world.
Something's going to happen where we're going to do episodes about all the people who have fictionally killed Kennedy in media, because I feel like we could probably fill at least 10 episodes.
You're going to make me watch that,
Kennedy Corner?
Read that Stephen King one.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
don't want to.
That's right. 11/22/63. One of my favorite X-Files moments, one of the ones that sticks in my brain weirdly, is there's an episode that's very much like the movie The Thing, where they're in Antarctica.
I love that episode.
Or they're in the North. I can't remember whether it's North Pole, South Pole, but they're isolated. There's a thing-like possessive entity going around, and this one guy who works at the station when Scully's like, hey, everybody needs to, like, we need to check everybody's stool to see what's going on. And he's like, I'm not dropping my cargo for you, man.
Oh my God.
And I don't know why, but it's stuck in my brain.
That is an incredible episode. I think that's season 1. That's definitely early.
They got around. From Canada to more northern Canada.
Oh, but what I was going to say is I like the setup of the characters, and I think that they did really well setting up their chemistry and setting up their, like, what they were all about.
Yeah, this is an incredible pilot, like so much that is core to the X-Files comes out fully baked. Like their chemistry, like you said, that's it. That's them, right? Like that. I mean, you were talking about the scene where she's in her undies as though she's being super sexualized, but I sort of think that that scene does the opposite. Like we
Hmm.
present her in her underwear going to Mulder's hotel room and like yeah, that looks saucy, right? But then he just like she's scared, he comforts her
Mhm.
and then nothing happens and instead they like stay up all night and tell each other their darkest secrets.
Yeah.
That's so
That's super
sweet and
sweet. Yeah.
intimate without any genitals.
Yeah, it's so huge in establishing Mulder's character, right? That he's gonna be handsome and charming, but he's not gross. He's
Yeah.
literally so
Mhm.
religiously devoted to the X-Files that he is like a eunuch, really. And that's sort of what we're setting up right
Mhm.
here, that he is sexless, at least for now.
No.
He becomes, hey, I know where it goes. I'm saying in the first episode, we're making it seem
Yeah.
a little more simple. Um, Wild that
Oh, I was trying to think, like, yes, they come out so fully formed in this episode right out of the gates, but I was trying to think, like, what are core things that we don't have in this episode? Like, we have
Mhm.
so much, what's missing? And yeah, one of the things that came to mind was Mulder's porn addiction.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
It's not here. It's not in this one.
It's so yeah. I mean, we don't have that established. We don't have Skinner yet. Like
No
there's no
Skinner.
we don't have a foil, right? We basically have just that Scully is supposed to be Mulder's foil. That she has been
Right.
set out to debunk him.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
she's just like she's our audience surrogate in that we're all riding with her to go, yeah, we don't believe this stuff either. But by the end of
Mhm.
the episode, we're a little willing to believe because Mulder's sincere and because
Mhm.
something genuinely is up and she can't explain it. And when she tells
Right.
her bosses at the end of the ep, you know full well that they're burying it. And she might too, but you don't know for sure because I think she's still young enough to believe in the system as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Yeah.
she's only Gillian Anderson's 25 years old.
Oh.
And this is a thing, like the 90s, everybody looks a little older, right?
Yeah.
We're still in that range where it's like, oh, she could
It's
be
the shoulder
30
pads.
maybe. But yeah, it is. It's the wardrobe, right?
Yeah.
Which is why it's so interesting that
They did that on purpose. They like tried to de-sex her and age her up because she
So
was like too hot.
she's sciencey. She's supposed to be sciencey, and
Yeah.
you know,
I did-
Hot
society
women
can't
can be
handle the idea.
scientists.
No, I
So I have a
mean, we can't handle that.
I do have a question. So I read on the trivia, and I don't know how true it is, that originally they wanted her to be sexy and that they wanted that to be that. And they had originally cast Pam Anderson.
Whoa.
Oh,
And then the
God.
creator was vehemently against it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. And
Jesus
they,
So when you said
Christ.
they wanted her to be
the
sexy, you mean
studio, I don't,
Fox?
Rupert
yeah,
Murdoch
Yeah.
Fox,
specifically.
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
My
that
boss,
was,
please
and I
edit
read
that
that and
out.
I was like, oh, I read that after I watched the episode, but then that made me feel like the scene in the underwear made sense because I was like, if they are trying to do that, but
Oh, it was like appeasement.
Well, and
yeah.
also I do think it's like, hey, it's the premiere of a show. We need to give people a hint that something sexy might happen, right? Because you're still,
Mm,
it's just the grossness of the marketing stuff, right? I
yeah.
mean, at least they got rid of Pam Anderson and worked out a deal where they changed Mulder's first name from Tom to Fox to align with the
Oh,
network, which makes sense.
I didn't
Oh.
even consider that.
I made that up, but it's great.
Oh my God. You got me. You
I'm
got me
so happy you
good.
did that.
But okay,
I would have gone on
so
believing that and I would have told so many people.
oh yeah,
What are you doing,
absolutely.
Nate?
In fact, I might still.
I am misinformation. It's a plausible lie, and it hurts no one.
You were just so confident telling it. I can't
were.
believe anything you say now.
That's good. That's
You've
why
done
we do
this
the
to us
show.
before. Okay, so I have a question because I know that Bruce Campbell was considered for the role of Fox Mulder. So was
Oh,
this almost a Bruce and Pam situation?
Holy shit.
that would have been
Can
a
you
completely
imagine?
different show.
And
Yeah.
I want to see it. I want
Yeah.
to see that also.
Like they should bring the show back and do it
Yeah.
now with
Redo
them.
the reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just do a single episode like deboot, I guess is what it would be, right? We're not
Yeah,
actually
let's
starting
deboot
over.
it.
We're just deboot this. This episode starts with a chyron that reads based on actual documented accounts, which is a great way also to start a pilot for a show like this, because if you want people to be creeped out, give them like, yeah, this shit also really happened. Yeah. Yeah.
And I do think that I believed that for a time as a child when I was watching this.
Yeah.
I do remember being like, oh, X-Files, that's my favorite documentary.
It's great. It's such good lawyery language too, based on actual documented accounts, right? What is an account?
Yeah.
Not inherently true. What is documenting of a not inherently like, okay, so somebody may have made something up and we wrote it down. We actually wrote it down and then we based it on that. So we made up something based on something that someone wrote down. It's great. Not that the Constitution or anything else is any different. I'm just saying.
So I did get curious because of that phrasing and because of the alien autopsy scene in this. When did the alien autopsy video happen?
Oh, good question.
I'm going to give that a Google for you real quick.
Oh, I looked it up. It is 1995, 2 years after this episode.
Okay.
X-Files fucking did it first.
So here you go. Yeah. So X-Files is really ushering in an era, isn't it?
Yeah, dude.
This brings us to a point where everybody's, I mean, it does. I think we talked about this previously, but X-Files creates sort of peak fun conspiracy theory, which then leads us to our present day where it's not fun and it's causing a lot of problems for a lot of things.
I also think that it brought to like the mainstream a lot of the conspiracies that existed before. Like Area 51, nobody knew about that before the X-Files, right?
I mean, they probably didn't talk about it then. I mean, where were you going to talk about it, right? You'd have to go to UFO conventions to talk about it. The X-Files brought it into the mainstream. It's part of the cultural zeitgeist.
Man, that's the other thing I was thinking about with this episode is so it's 93. This is before this is right as the social internet is taking off. Yeah. So I know that when this was airing, people were like on Usenet groups, like we talked about in our Mark Smith episodes. Like there were Usenet forums about this. But what's funny is like that means that Mulder got all of this information without the internet. So he is just going to UFO conventions and like talking to weirdos.
He is presumably driving to anywhere where he sees anything. Yeah. Like what I envision with Mulder is he gets the newspaper and he finds the page 24E corner story that says man sees lights in sky. And he's like, I got to find that dude. Yeah. And then he goes and talks to him. And then he talks to all of his friends. And then he's like, okay, well, I got a file.
I did really love in this episode. He talks about how he got involved with the X-Files. He like accidentally stumbled upon this basement and was like, what the fuck is all this? And it consumed him. And I love that.
He did an inverse relatable. Justin Long from Barbarian.
Oh,
right.
It took me a second
because Mulder didn't try to measure and see if the square footage was leasable.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah.
He was like, oh,
this is where I live now.
Yeah, something's weird here.
I was focused on the bad stuff. Bad stuff.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And I was like, I guess he did a reverse Justin Long in that he
that's where I was trying.
Never did any of that.
He's also a PC. You guys don't remember the Mac?
He's a Mac. Yeah, wait.
Yeah. He's reverse Justin Long. Like John Hodgman.
Isn't that John Hodgman?
Yeah. The special effects for 1993, fantastic. I think high quality, crazy light, wiggly
the lights,
forms. I think that was great.
Was there CG though? Like there were practical effects with the alien and like lighting is lighting. I don't remember the CG, which means if it was there, I agree that it was good because I wasn't like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't even think it was CG. It was probably post-production stuff that they could do just by laying over different images. That was my guess. I didn't think it was computer, but
with like the
I just assumed it was light work.
I know. Really right in the cold open where you get the like light flashing swirly form situation going on.
Wind, alien tornado imagery.
Yeah. Damn
Oh,
right.
Alien Tornado.
Man, that's the other thing. The structure of the show is X-Files right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Start with a cold open where you're like, ooh,
Here's the
what's the
monster.
X-File this week?
No.
And then,
Right.
yeah.
They show you
So
the monster,
fun.
sort of, but they don't show you the monster.
No, the monster is a metaphor.
Was there an episode where someone turns into goo?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Jeffrey Toombs turns into a goo, right?
Oh,
And he's able to like
'Cause I've
squish
seen
through
that
things.
one. Okay, that's one that I've seen. Sorry,
Eugene Toombs.
Eugene Toombs, that's right.
I might have stuff pop in sporadically through our episode, and I'm sorry. It's just like it's gonna come in flashes.
No, that's a good
as
one
we're
because
talking about stuff.
the mythology of Eugene Toombs is that he emerges every 30 years, and this is the 30th year since that episode.
Oh, okay.
And the actor is married to like a 16-year-old. No, I guess she's probably like
I mean, she's
25 now,
aged
but
since then.
Okay.
But
yeah.
oh well, and
That's
they've divorced. They
okay.
divorced
Yeah.
in 2020. But yeah, he was 51, she was 16 when they got married.
Oh.
Isn't that gross?
Wait, who is that?
Courtney Stodden, I think, is
Okay,
her name.
she's doing some cool stuff on TikTok now. Sorry.
Yeah,
But she was like my
internet
parents basically
presence.
sold me out, and now like she was like I was in a bad relationship. I was a child who was okay with this.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Okay.
become like a it sounds like she's like an advocate for that not happening to people now.
Oh, so glad.
Yeah.
Very good.
Or
Very
at
good.
least she's doing it for likes and she's getting mine. So what can you do?
Well, so long as she's spreading good information,
Mhm.
I don't really care the motivation, I suppose.
It's true.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, sow them seeds.
Sow them.
Ew. I think that brings it back.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
I was thinking of farming. I forgot that was a phrase.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Nobody picked it up. You're fine. The smoking man's in this one, so bare naked ladies were happy.
Just straight out of the gate.
That was a bark break.
He won't stop.
It's okay.
You can join us.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. It's all right. He's excited. Maybe
He's
he
the
likes
fourth
bare
buddy.
naked ladies
He's
also.
another buddy.
Yeah, Jack, what have you got to say? What are your thoughts on Fox Mulder?
That's what you got to do is you got to call him out and talk directly to him and nothing.
They both have those round 90s glasses, the like very thin metal frame with the big round lens. Those glasses, very 90s.
All of the fashions here are super 90s. Like they're both sort of serving Lady Di in her like little short sweatshirt, long socks.
Yeah. Totally. Oh, I love that it's very Twin Peaksy at the beginning too. I kind of didn't mention that, but like it's very Twin Peaksy to start.
Well, and and Twin Peaks was like what, 2 years before that?
Yeah, I think so.
And Duchovny's in both.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I love that we already talked about this, but we established belief versus science right out of the gate. Like that is immediately set up in Act 1. Boom. This is going to be Scully and science, Mulder and belief clashing.
But I love that they don't clash.
Well,
like I
the thing.
love the way they handle it right in the pilot.
Yeah.
We don't even build up to it. We're doing it straight away.
By the time that Scully comes to his room because she is concerned about the spot on her back, they have already crossed paths, right? Like Mulder is going to look at her and go, no, it's a mosquito bite. Science. And she's there because of belief, because she's worried that it's happening to her. It's brilliant. And it's so simple and well done. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like I don't know. My most recent rewatch of the X-Files, I thought a lot about how modern TV shows really feed everything to you with the spoon.
Yeah.
And that is a great example of how subtle TV used to be. Like, because you don't even, like, we're thinking about it because we were recording an episode about it. And, you know, Nate and I at least have watched this for, I guess, 30 years now. It's like, but that's like such a subtle thing that I think most viewers, I don't know, Chelsea, did that like resonate with you, or was it like a subconscious thing? Because I think for me, for years, it was just subconscious. Like I noticed those nuances and like internalized them without ever having to think about them directly.
Yeah, I feel like I noticed, but I don't know if I noticed because I have like X-Files has been in the zeitgeist for so long. Like I understand the relationship and how it expands just based on being around discussions of it and being around like different things referencing it. So it could have been that, but like, see, whenever she showed up, I was like, oh, that's where.
Yeah. She trusts him straight
she's
away.
gonna believe a little bit.
And he trusts her straight away. Like I mean,
yeah,
like we said,
still at the end, he was like, wasn't he worried that she was still gonna. He was like,
yeah, I mean, she is like reporting on him, but I think that he knows that she isn't like malicious. Like she could have easily been a honeypot, and I don't feel like he treats her that way.
Yeah,
that's true.
And I think she knows right away after seeing how he eats sunflower seeds individually while driving a car that he trusts her, because you don't do that. And if you feel guarded around somebody, it is the weirdest actor's choice that he is sitting there hand crunching one sunflower seed at a time.
But that's classic Mulder.
It is. It's classic Mulder. And what's more classic is the two of them in one of thousands of rented cars that they are in throughout the series. God. Where it's like, oh, I've seen that green Ford Taurus before, because that's going to show up again later.
Yeah. I mean, the hotels too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had like 2 of those roadside inn sets that they just kept redressing.
Do you think? So this was filmed in Vancouver, and so was Supernatural, which is also a motel heavy show. How many sets do you think were reused
in Supernatural?
Yeah,
they had 2. They had 2 hotel rooms that they would move around stuff in.
Yeah, that was probably those from the X-Files. Yeah,
they just used the same ones. They were like, we're just using the same ones for every show.
That's
I mean, it's like the the high school from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is featured in like 12 movies, because it's just like, hey,
that's that California one. Yeah.
It's like, this is a space that we can film in, and it's interesting, so we're gonna do everything there.
Yeah, that was like they get younger, I stay the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dazed and confused.
That's and everything. Yeah.
All right.
I
thought it was Benjamin Button.
Also that, yeah. Both of them are.
I want a recut of Benjamin Button where he does that. Where he's just like, all right. Kate Blanchett keeps getting younger.
Stay the same age. It's got to be her who.
I keep aging backwards. Something's happening to me. I'm Ben Button. Ben Button. I like that. Speaking of 90s fashion, we have the widest ties available in this episode.
Oh.
The ties are so wide. They're like nipple to nipple wide, these ties. Ready to go.
I mean, it's because men in the 90s were very concerned about their cleavage.
It's true. Yeah. It's a highly sexualized time for men. We had to button it down.
Low cut button.
Yeah, a lot of low cut and like sheer panels in the front that you had to cover with your wide ties.
Well, because they had to sell Dickies.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, geez.
Okay, so this plot, let's talk about the plot, because we haven't talked about the plot at all. We've got we've got some high school kids they're actually high school graduates, but they are getting drawn to the woods in this town by some force, and that force kills one of them, a young woman, in the cold open. And so Mulder and Scully go to investigate, and we find out pretty much right away, like, oh, here's a bad guy, because the actor playing the medical examiner is the most douchey and most obviously evil arch person out of the gate.
I do love when Mulder is selling this to Scully, when he's pitching this idea, he's basically like, what do you think this is, Scully? Like showing her, like, I don't know, chemistry, and she's like, oh, it's organic, and he's like, no, it's not, bitch, it's an alien. Like straight away, he's like, surprise. He would never say the B word to her like
it's
that.
True. No, he would never.
He would be like, bitch, never. Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully.
So they go out to find another one of the kids who died recently in this town, and they exhume the coffin, and they find an orangutan body inside.
Yeah.
And the
It's
orangutan has some sort of little metal thing in its nose.
Mm-hmm.
That's spooky. Like aliens or not, that's spooky.
Yeah.
It's a scary reveal.
I do really I would love to have been in the writer's room when they decided that the way to get the coffin open on site without like shirking any rules was to knock it down, let it fall, let it roll down a hill.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, I mean that's an elegant solution to the problem. How do we get rid of all the red tape? I don't know. Let it roll.
How about just incompetence by the person operating the backhoe?
Yeah.
Like, boom.
Maybe gravity is on their side. It did make me think of, I don't know, last year there was this video going around of a farmer who finds one of his pigs who got into some like fermented corn mash outside or something.
Cocaine
and the pig
bear.
is drunk as fuck.
Aww.
And he's like being charming. He's like, girl, what'd you get into? And he goes over and like pats her belly. And then she just rolls down the hill. And he chases after her and he's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. It's an incredible video. And yeah, big coffin X-Files pilot vibes.
All right, listener, let's pause for a second so you can watch that video.
Oh, it's classic.
And we're back. Yeah, so we get this orangutan situation. Then they have to go investigate further. They go to a institution of sorts, a rest home kind of situation for younger people. We've got a young man who's in a coma. Scully somewhat inappropriately calls him a vegetable right away.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's PC language or woke language to use.
Yeah.
It definitely like hit my ear differently this time.
For sure. Yep.
But there's also a young woman.
Does that
named Peggy.
happen often in the show? Are there
Sure
things that
does.
are very dated in it that I will?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
mean, hey, it was
plan to continue to
1993.
experience it, so I'm expecting for a couple times to be like, oh, okay.
Anything that we would say 30 years ago that we don't say now is happening in this show.
So most things.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
pretty much everything.
Not much of it is with malice. There are a couple episodes that are like they should have known better even at that time.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's like this, where it's like, oh no, you can't say that anymore.
Yeah. But so they're talking to, there's a young woman named Peggy who's reading to the boy who is in a coma. His name is Billy Miles. Yeah. And this young woman named Peggy, Mulder approaches her, and actually what I will say is no, Mulder's not a eunuch, because he looks for a moment like he wants to fuck Peggy when he's talking to her. Yeah.
No,
Duchovny gets like the eye on her, and I think it might be a tactic. Is
that like just how he is?
No, he's horny for the mosquito bites. He's horny for the truth, for the mystery here. Yeah, for the truth. He's not like, ooh, this young 19-year-old.
No, I think I think he's using seduction though as a tool. Potentially.
Yeah, it's hard not to when you've got those smoky bedroom eyes. You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah. Where there's smoke, there's bedroom.
Oh, there's that fire episode of the X-Files with beloved character actor. Insert name here.
Doug Jones? No, wait.
No, I wish. No,
okay.
It's he's a British guy. He's in Firefly.
British guy. Oh, also in Supernatural?
Probably.
British guy in
Crowley?
Firefly?
No, it's not Crowley.
Oh,
wait, is it fucking Crowley?
He's in Firefly.
Oh my god, it's Crowley.
You heard it here first.
Oh boy, wow.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't have any like funny or negative notes about this. It's kind of like they're gonna go solve this mystery. They talk to these kids. Peggy freaks out when they're getting close to something, and she starts nosebleeding, and then she's able to get out of her wheelchair and she's screaming. And so they have to run off. They end up in the woods. Turns out the sheriff's keeping them out of the woods. There's clearly a town conspiracy happening. Yeah, it's very obvious that like
the government,
medical examiner and sheriff know exactly what's going on. But Scully collects some dirt, and that dirt Turns out to not be dirt, but ash.
Yeah, I love when she shows it to Boulder, she like whips it out of her pocket like it's this big reveal, and he's like, okay.
He also looks directly at it while driving for way too long to be safe. Like he stops acting like he's driving a car and is just like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
it was a different time.
Great.
You could drive more loosey
drive
goosey
without looking.
in 93.
And in fairness, they immediately then lose 9 minutes of time as they disappear from reality for a moment.
Okay, I want to talk about that scene. So, Nate, I assume that you're familiar with Missing Time because we've been watching this show our entire lives.
And plus we've been doing this podcast for, I don't know, 6 hours now? How long's it been?
Oh my God. Chelsea, were you familiar with the idea of Missing Time?
For sure. Mm-hmm. But I never thought Missing Time.
Okay.
This was different.
Revealed it to you, and was it Unsolved Mysteries?
Quite possibly. But like when I think of Missing Time, I never thought of it as like time's ceasing to exist. And that's kind of how they talked about it. Is that right? Instead of them, them leaving their bodies, or like something happening for 9 minutes and then they just happen to come back.
Well, I think that is part of the mystery of this episode. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that you're supposed to wonder, like, did they go somewhere? Yeah,
that's how I always thought of it. And then they were just talking about, oh, time goes faster sometimes, or time disappears. Time doesn't matter here.
No, flat circle. Well, okay, I have another question for you. Mm-hmm. Did you recognize that it was this scene that the TV show Evil does an homage to?
I think, with the radio whenever it goes off. And
when the radio freaks out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's another TV show Nate you should watch. It's called Evil. Chelsea made me watch it. It's great.
I'm in. It's got a great name.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like X-Files meets Catholic Church.
Great. What's evil spelled backwards?
Live.
Is
that right?
That's right. That's right. So here's the thing about the time loss, though. Mulder says that they lost the brakes and all the electronics in the car stopped, but he is clearly capable of stopping the car. So I don't know how they lost brakes, because they were going mountain highway speed, so probably 45 miles an hour. It's unlikely that if they lost 9 minutes, they would still be on the road and just stopped normally.
I wonder.
A little bit of snafu. We got you, Chris Carter.
No, hold on. I'm an apologist. I'm gonna make this work. So when they were flying into town, they hit that turbulence, right? So that says to me there's some sort of electromagnetic field, and you know what electromagnetic fields do? They make magnets. You might have guessed that.
Yeah, they make
from
stuff,
the name.
Clocks are going to stop. Electronics. You're going to have an EM pulse sort of reaction. Yeah. Plus, they also get Mulder an entire row to sleep in while the rest of the plane appears packed. I don't know how that happened.
That sweet
Smoky
FBI
eyes.
Money.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll take 3 tickets, please.
I think it's the smoldering bedroom eyes again. It probably did it.
Yeah, he just sweet talked the gate agent.
Yeah, and the other 2 men who had seats next to him, he was like, hey, you guys don't want to sit next to me.
I'm spooky. I'm spooky.
Man, if that can get me my own row, I'm just saying I'm spooky.
I've tried it. It doesn't work.
Damn.
I do it every time.
You gotta whisper it, and you gotta hover around the body. Like, you gotta really get up and like, you gotta get up to like go to the overhead bin, but then bend down and be like, spooky, and then they'll move.
That does move. I think that'll work.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. You gotta commit to the bit, you know. So they lose this time. We get our Act 2 exposition dump.
Sorry, when they're coming into town, before they lose this time, and the radio freaks out, and Mulder gets out and he puts the X on the road.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, he's doing it. He did the thing. It's an X.
He filed it. He filed that part
of
it. Oh, it was like, he said the title.
Everybody take a shot.
Okay, sorry. You were
So
telling the plot.
yeah, so they do their Act 2 exposition dump where Mulder talks about how he's basically like he was a genius profiler for the FBI. His sister was abducted when he was 12. He got into this because he was starting to profile these other situations and realizing that stuff doesn't add up. Some of these abductions just don't have a person attached to them, and the profile matches aliens. And we also find out that he did regression hypnosis to figure out what happened, which is interesting because I feel like 1993 is around the time that like regression hypnosis is also churning up. Like, I wonder how many sort of woo-woo activities are aligned with the X-Files and the popularity there.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. This would have been a little bit after the like regression hypnosis of the Satanic Panic. So that was like very much in the zeitgeist, but that's the wrong direction. Monsters. How many other monsters were brought into the zeitgeist because of the X-Files?
It's true. So yeah, we get Teresa, that's the daughter of the shitty medical examiner. She basically also says like, hey, look, we all went to party during senior year. Something happened. We've all been getting abducted since. We're scared. I can't tell you who it is. But then Mulder's like, it's Billy.
It's Billy.
Boom, he knows. So then there's a town conspiracy. Scully is doing some mad laughing, which I noted was pretty cute. And I can't remember exactly the scene now, but I feel like
mad laughing. Oh, it was
like
yeah, it was like, you can't possibly, Mulder, you can't possibly believe that this, vegetable got out of his bed. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But I said it that way. Chelsea, I don't know. That's like a really common trope for the X-Files. Mulder, are you saying? Mulder, you can't possibly believe. Girl, yes, he can. He can believe anything. Yes,
Mulder, are you saying that this man didn't just have a bad day at work, but that his boss actually is some sort of giant insect? That's another episode I love.
Yes.
That is a
Girl,
great...
That sounds great.
That is a great, like... That is office ennui brought to life by the X-Files. It is phenomenal. You have to watch it. I wrote a piece in a book for that, actually. There's like there's a series of these outside in books that I've been invited occasionally to contribute like fanfic essays for, and that was one that I did. I wrote a BuzzFeed quiz, which was like, is your boss actually a secret murderous insect? Great stuff. So we find out that Billy did it. Billy's an alien tool. He's the conduit for the aliens to abduct and I guess murder / kill, I don't know, fuck, marry, kill these high school students.
Oh yeah. It's just a game that's gotten out of hand, I guess.
And it wraps up, like, the episode wraps this up in a nice little bow where, like, oh, they got Billy, he's giving testimony because he's totally, like, with it now. So he's talking, Scully's talking, the smoking man is at the testimony. Smoking man does not look pleased about the testimony. He does a dramatic turn away from the two-way mirror and marches toward the camera. And then Scully gets grilled by her bosses. And she's just like trying to say like, hey, it's a thing. And here's there's only one more of these things left. I had one. And she gives it to him stupidly. Because Scully trusts them. But she's like, here's the irrefutable evidence. And the guy immediately takes it. And they take that brain probe that can't be identified. And the smoking man puts it inside a warehouse inside the Pentagon that is just filled, presumably floor to ceiling, like 4 stories high, with evidence of aliens.
Tantalizing.
Yeah.
Like, what a great way to wrap up a pilot, to be like, you thought that we just showed you something spooky? Take a look at this shit. Can you believe this?
Yeah. It's the real underlining of like, hey, look, you thought this was interesting. Mulder's right. He's so
Mulder's
right. But also, we're only showing you him filing it in one of these things, which is like, well, what are in all of the other things? Maybe a lot of those things are innocuous. We don't know, but we know that people aren't on the up and up. And that is so good. I am hooked. I'm hooked to continue rewatching the show again, because I was like, fucking A, I love this.
Yeah, this ruled.
Every one of our our episodes for the next couple of weeks is going to be the first episode of season 2. First episode of season 3.
This is not a bad idea. This really is not a bad idea.
And then we can conclude with the first X-Files movie.
Oh, yes,
We don't-
but definitely not the second. We
we
do
don't
not
really
need to
need to
talk
go
about
on.
the second one. It didn't happen. Maybe we could talk about the first 5 minutes of the second one, maybe?
No,
we aren't going to do that.
I don't want
going
to
do that. Okay.
Sorry, Chelsea doesn't know what the first 5 minutes of the second movie
Not
are.
yet, but I will find out
You
in
will.
like 3 months.
It's
will.
going to teach you.
So we talked about how we establish like Mulder's credibility when Scully comes to him scared about like what's on her back, and he is like, no, it's not that. We get sort of the same situation where she's like really gung-ho to be like, all of our evidence has been destroyed in our motel fire, like these people are up to something, we have to like pursue them. And Mulder has to like calm her down and be like, we can go back and get more samples from the woods, like we can't, like, remember that you have to write a report about this, and if you go talking like me, people like you're gonna lose credibility. And I really love that. Like in the first episode, we're getting them like balancing each other out and making sure that they are keeping their eyes on the prize.
Yeah, it's a real yin yang situation. Like they feel they're each other's missing piece, and Mulder's kind of doing it to protect himself too, because he knows he's probably got the best possible assigned like mole available, right? Because she's interested already,
right?
And someone who's like worse. I mean, what if like fucking Robert Patrick season 7 walks in there? He's gonna be like, "You're dumb and you don't know what you're talking about," and nobody wants to deal with that guy.
Ugh, ACAB.
Let's quickly jump to the Mouthgarf Report.
The Mouthgarf Report.
The Mouthgarf Report. Open wide.
Do we have any Mouthgarf news?
I have GARF news.
Great. What's the GARF news?
I had 2 GARF instances happen to me out in the wild.
Whoa!
Whoa!
X-Garf!
Whoa!
The GARF files!
One was, I was watching How I Met Your Father in the most recent episode, and
Hillary
Duff's character,
Garf?
Hillary Garf?
Yeah.
Hillary Garf.
Her character ends up talking about how she has a Garfield crying tattoo, Garfield singing tattoo. And I was like, oh.
I hope it's crying. I feel like that's I want to see it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Is that
okay.
like when he's wailing and it's like you just see the
I would assume
underside
just
of
the
his chin
tears.
is like, ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Like that kind of like
Yeah, I hope so.
I
bet it was singing.
I like the idea of crying, but I was imagining
like one tear.
yeah, like prison
no,
tattoo
I was imagining
tear.
like like a portrait style, like black and white photorealistic portrait
Oh.
of Garfield, and he's sobbing.
He's like the
imagining.
Crow. He's like the Crow from the
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
The
yeah.
Crow. Okay.
Just strong and
that's
brooding.
good Garf. That's some good Garf.
What was your
Chelsea.
second?
Yeah.
What was your second instance?
The second GARF was I went to a brunch at a restaurant around here, and this was a hidden GARF. They had a sign, and this was on Sunday, and they had a sign for like I think it was like Monday corporate mixer or something.
Oh.
But it had Garfield drawn onto it, and I was like, well, I'm glad that I saw that. And I feel like I'm more alert to Garfield in the world. And there's a lot of GARF. There's a lot. There is a lot of all encompassing.
I like the spin that puts on the corporate mixer too, because it's like, hey, it's a Monday corporate mixer. Our mascot notoriously fucking hates
Mondays. Yeah.
And doing things. So corporations beware.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had good GARF news. I haven't seen any GARFs in the wild other than the ones that I send you from the GARF posting group.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, I have been seeing a lot of GARFs lately, but yeah, it's our text thread. That's what
I need more. I need to start taking pictures. I don't know. Maybe Seattle is just a super Garfield friendly area. Like I've sent you guys pictures of like when I've gone to the bathroom and there has been in IKEA.
Yeah.
When I went to the IKEA bathroom, Garfield was drawn on the stall. Like I think everyone loves Garfield here.
Would you say that Seattle is the GARF center of activity in the United States?
Do you want to try that one again?
Would you say that Seattle is the epigarf?
Yeah, it's definitely the epigarf, if anything.
Epigarf, yeah.
When I die, I want you to put, this is my epigarf.
I'm gonna get that Garfield tattoo, but like
I
that I
it
was
you,
imagining.
Garf. Oh.
But like get it like framed for your urn.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
That's beautiful.
We could get Garf tattoos that say "I want to be, comma, leave."
Oh.
Or Garf's just like, get out of here.
Okay, I do like that.
Yeah.
Nate, we're also supposed to get our matching X-Files tattoos.
I know. We still have to do this. We're
gonna
happening.
have to just post up shop in a tattoo parlor.
Let's do it.
We've got a lot of
your first full body tattoo.
Here's what I need. I need a full back dragon Garf.
Yeah.
That will intimidate my enemies. And then I also need a UFO on my arm.
And then I also need the Mothman Simpsons tattoo we designed.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna go from 0 to 100 real quick.
just some face stuff. Whatever.
Yeah,
I want to just come up the neck. Just crawl up the neck. I'm not planning on going anywhere with life. I'm old now. Let's just go for it.
No, I'm done. Yeah. Tap me up, Scotty. Boom. There's another one.
Yeah. I like it. And that was the Mouthgarf Report. Are you guys ready to play your favorite X-Files themed game?
Yes.
I'm so glad we get to do this together because I would not get any of these.
I didn't think about to pull the curtain back a little. I'm holding the mic in my hand today, but how am I going to take notes?
Oh,
okay. I'll take notes and then I'll repeat them back.
I'll speak real slow. I'll speak real slow. We're going to play. See what you did there. I'm making funny faces bobbing around, listeners. Number 1 for I See What You Did There, the X-Files edition. This is probably the hardest one, so get ready.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. This term for fetishism of aliens sounds a lot like the title of the show we watched, and you probably won't want to suffer from this fear of flying if you hope to join the Millions of Miles High Club. So you need a phrase for wanting to bone down with aliens, and a phrase for being afraid so you couldn't bone down millions of miles in the air.
Okay.
They're gonna
okay.
What's gonna end in phobia, I feel like.
It is gonna end in phobia. You see where I'm going.
Yeah. But then we also have a philia up top.
It's got philia in there too. You see what I did?
What's
it's gonna be like extraterrestrial, but
extraphilia phobia. Extra
philia phobia.
Fly phobia.
Yeah, you're really.
Or is it ultra?
We're nowhere close. Are you fucking?
No, you legit have the component concepts.
Oh no, this is another spider monkey.
It's
finger monkey.
It's the prefix. It's the prefixes of the philia and the phobia that you need, and they will run together.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
The philia sounds like the name of the show that we watch. So the name of the show is X.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna say something like that with philia attached.
Extraterrestrial philia.
It's shorter. It's much shorter than that. It's literally
is it just
3 letters.
Philia?
3 letters before the philia.
Just
what was that?
There are 3 letters before the
3
philia?
letters before
Yeah,
the philia?
3 letters before the philia.
So it's gonna be EX.
ET's philia.
Oh yeah.
EBE philia.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm doing deep cuts.
You're great. I love
knowledge.
I love what you're doing. I want to yes and it, but I have to know but.
What is the fear of flying? Agoraphobia is the fear of crowds? People?
Yeah, being out among the humans.
What is
Okay.
aerophobia?
Hey, yeah,
Aerophobia?
you got it.
Okay.
Aerophobia. Okay. If you have a skeleton that's on the outside, what's it called?
Oh, it's
Exophilia, aerophobia.
No, it's
Wait, that's not right.
exo-arrow? Is that
Yeah.
exo-arrow?
Yeah, it's
Exo-arrow?
exophiliarophobia.
Oh, you wanted the whole
Exophiliarophobia.
thing. I thought
That's
you
how it
said
all
you just
mashes
wanted
together.
the-
Because
We
you
got
see what
there.
I
We
did
got there.
there.
Okay, I'm not sure that I do.
You see what I did there.
I feel like we had to do a lot of sounding out on that one. That was rough for
Yeah.
us.
It's more fun to read and see than it is to do here. So listeners, just take a minute, write it all down, think about it, and then you'll enjoy it. You'll see what I did there. Number 2, mash Gillian Anderson's character's name with the well-known secret Yale fraternity, also known as Order 322.
And the last
Is
one
it
was the
just
hard one?
Scully and Bones?
Oh.
You see what I did there? Yeah,
Yeah!
Dana Scully and Bones. Very good. Very good. All right,
Chelsea, don't you love that movie about Skull and Bones? Is it called Skull and Bones?
with Joshua Jackson and
No.
Paul dead
Oh.
Paul. What's his name?
Well, for some reason, that's on our
Walker?
list for
yeah,
Episode
Paul
of the
Walker.
Monster.
It is? Oh, you're talking about The Covenant. That's a different movie.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, sorry,
the-
go on.
the
Round
co-
3.
I think the
That's
Covenant.
The Witches of Ipswich.
Yeah, the Covenant was charmingly called Abercrombie and Witch on.
Yeah,
How
that
Did
sounds
This
about
Get
right.
Made?
That's accurate.
Yeah,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
Okay. Number 3. Number 3. Hunky David Duchovny was married to this actress from 1997 to 2014, and hunky Gerard Butler played this Spartan King in Zack Snyder's Shirtless Bro Down 300.
Do you know the answer to the first one, Kelly?
I almost do.
Okay.
It's one of those things where I'm going to recognize it.
Mhm.
She's also famous.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Her name is something like Tia.
That is her
Tia-
first name, yeah. Uh-huh. You
Yeah.
got
Oh,
that.
it is?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's her first name.
Um,
I don't know any famous Tias.
you'll
Tia
recognize it.
Mowry? That's the only
That's
one I
not
know.
her. Yeah.
Sister.
Yeah,
Is it like
exactly.
a Romaine? She's super hot. Was she a model?
She was an actress also.
I don't
she was
even
in
know
some
what she
stuff. She was
looks like.
in
I
some
just
actress
know.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
She's blonde, shortish, like she had like that 90s blonde bob thing that was happening.
Okay.
I mean, that
okay.
just sounds like somebody I should know. Her name's Tia?
Yeah. Spelled Tea.
I'm astonished that I got that. Oh, that's right. Sometimes it's pronounced Taya.
It can be, depending on how you read the accent.
Accent. Yeah.
Because there's an accent over the E.
Okay, how much do we know about 300?
Yeah,
Nothing.
what's the name
No,
of
I got
Gerard
nothing
Butler's
on that.
character in 300?
Our
Spartacus.
Or the most
What?
famous
Did you
Spartan
say
king of
Elvis?
history?
The
No, I
most
said
famous
Spartacus.
Spartacus?
But while I was clarifying my joke, I missed whatever clue Nate just said.
The most famous Spartan king. But yeah, the Spartacus is also a really good. That's a good name.
No, I don't know stuff. Is it Taya Leone?
Yeah. Yeah, you got
Leonidas? Taya Leonidas?
Yeah, you see what I did there.
Whoa!
Taya
Nice.
Leonidas the first is Leonidas the first, but yeah. Taya Leone
Wow.
was David Duchovny's wife until his sex
Wow.
addiction caused their divorce. And
Yeah.
Leonidas, played by Gerard Butler, who
Yep.
says, "I am Sparta," and then kicks a guy into a hole.
Wow.
Really nice job.
Good work.
Wow.
Good work.
I
I
feel
surprised
like-
even myself on that one.
I need like a round of applause on that one.
You
Damn.
fucking
Holy
crushed that.
smokes.
I'm gonna download
That
an
wasn't even
applause sound
X-Files.
effect, and we're gonna throw that in. Taya Leone's Duchovny's wife at one point. That's all.
Yeah, no, I don't retain stuff like that. That was a miracle. We've just witnessed
That
a
was
miracle.
amazing.
To be fair, your nose is bleeding a lot.
Yeah, no, I I'm gonna make sure not to forfeit the implant to
Yeah. Do not
government.
hand it over to the authorities. They
No.
will not. They will not
No.
use it for the public record.
No, I'm gonna call the lone gunman. They'll know what to do with it.
Okay, number four. Gillian Anderson plays this Iron Lady on The Crown, whose busted austerity policies probably would have demanded these flowering trees, known in Japanese as sakura, not to bloom in springtime.
It was cherry blossom.
Yeah, cherry blossoms. Good job.
Isn't she playing Thatcher?
Yeah.
Isn't she?
Cherry blossom. Margaret Thatchery Blossom.
You see what I did there?
There it is.
Margaret Thatchery Blossoms. You're goddamn right. A couple of weeks ago, at the time of recording, my wife and I went down to DC to look at those cherry blossoms.
I saw your photos.
Great time. Real cool. It was like, I was in DC. And then it's like, hey, they do stuff in DC on this show. Oh my God, I'm so near all of it.
You're there.
It's true. I was looking for X's on the side of the road.
Yeah, or like taping windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of window taping in the movies that we have discussed over our career.
Out?
Oh no. When Mulder is corresponding with Deep Throat, he puts a masking tape X in his window to like signify,
okay,
I wish to meet with you.
But they definitely were using tape in the window to keep the pulse demons out in the movie.
Thank you.
They were.
They
for sure were. Yeah.
So, okay. That was I See What You Did there. Great job. You crushed it. You crushed it.
Kelly crushed it.
Kelly.
She murdered that, honestly.
Oh, man.
I'm astonished. By that one.
I would find a safe house because you murdered it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about Debs. Let's talk about Debs for the X-Files. And I don't even want to say what I think. And I don't think Kelly should say either, because I think Chelsea has to be the standard bearer for Debs on the X-Files, knowing full well that this could end the podcast completely right here, right now.
Or I could get excommunicated from it.
You can't excommunicate it.
Well, I said at the top of the show, like for a pilot, it was outstanding. Like the setup of the characters, the plot, and it made you want to keep watching, which I think is the testament of a great pilot. So 5 out of 5 Debs, in my Deb opinion.
Yeah. And how much of that is because you're nervous
Afraid
we'll
of you
be
guys?
mad at you?
I don't know how much. No, I probably would have said 5 no matter what. I just it was such a good setup to make people want more. And in terms of looking at it, not as a beloved TV show that goes on, but as if I was watching this pilot today and it was a new show, throwback to the 90s for some reason. Yeah, I would still be like, oh God, I want to know what happens next because of how it was set up so well. So yeah,
Yay.
I would still give it 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 5.
You guys have a 5,
right? Yeah. I mean, it's totally a 5. It's fantastic. It's well written. It sets everything up perfectly. If you didn't know and love these characters already, you're gonna know and love them. You're gonna be interested in what they're going to do next. I mean, so many pilots are boring or sluggish or whatever, and this seems to know exactly what this show wants to be and is going to be. And we're starting at 10, we're going up to 11. And it's just going to be at 11 until roughly season 6. And then it's going to dial back down to 4 for some reason.
I got that look forward to then.
Yeah, that's a great point. This one, so many times, you're right, pilots feel weird. And then looking back, you're like, wow, so many things changed between pilot and then first quote unquote real episode. No, this one, that's the X-Files. We've got the X-Files. Except the theme song and the intro aren't here. Yeah, so that's that is iconic. That's in the next episode. But yeah, obviously 5 Debs for me. I also have 2 more fun facts for you if you are interested in them.
Yes.
Okay, so fun fact number 1. Y'all are familiar with the term shippers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
This show started that. Yeah, in the
early
Usenet
internet
groups.
Yeah.
From the internet, early internet.
Because everyone was shipping
Not everybody. So that's actually
Oh.
how the term started. Some people were like really pro them getting together, and some people were like, no, 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 no,
Hmm.
no,
Mm.
no. And Chris Carter, interestingly, is in the no camp.
He
And
did
yeah,
say
so
though that he said their first like bits of chemistry were in the first episode where you kind of gotta will
yeah,
they won't they? Hmm? Hmm?
it's undeniable. Yeah, so yeah, they were called relationshipers and no relationshipers, and yeah, it just kept getting
Huh.
truncated.
The more you know.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I think it's interesting because there is, I think as the show goes on, we realize that there's a love that is here that is deeper than it. Like it transcends definition,
yeah,
which is what
Yeah.
makes them so compelling and sort of why the show doesn't really jump the shark.
right.
It only jumps the shark because Duchovny leaves, not because
Okay, spoilers.
yeah,
Yeah.
spoilers.
God
But
damn it. I'm just starting this journey, Nate. God
Yeah,
damn it.
come
he
on,
leaves
Nate.
for a little bit, and then he comes back, and then he leaves, and he comes
Double
back, and it's
spoiler!
great. You're gonna love it. You don't know why.
Okay, second fun fact.
Yes.
The man who plays the smoking man, I don't remember that actor's name. He auditioned to be one of the FBI guys that Scully reports to with like lines, and they passed on him, but they wanted this like so they just like cast him as this extra. He does not have a speaking line in this. He just like wanders around smoking a cigarette in an office, and he was just supposed to be in the pilot, but he commanded the screen so strongly that they were like, oh shit, we got to bring him back, and now he's the fucking smoking man. Isn't that cool? Like, they didn't want him for a speaking role in the pilot, and instead he got to become this iconic character. That's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And spoiler, but the people that Scully talks to at the end of the episode do not come
No,
back.
we
Like,
never see them
they
again.
are gone. So enjoy your 3 lines, dickheads.
Yeah. Trying to one up actor's name.
William B. Davis.
William B. Davis.
Yes, William B. Davis. Yes, thank you.
William Bruce Davis. If you want to add in. But then does that make him like a killer? Is that usually you do 3 names for killers?
Yeah.
Oh.
But also for like
I guess it's
people
the
who are in
actor.
trouble. And since he's smoking man, he's kind of in trouble. William Bruce
Yeah, that
Davis, you
cancer's
put
gonna
on
get
those
him.
cigarettes.
That's fair.
You put down that
Oh.
alien nose probe.
I love the show.
It's a great show. It's so good. It's so good.
I
Chelsea,
had a
thank you for
question for you
indulging.
guys. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did
Hit us with it.
you ever watch the show that inspired X-Files?
No, what's the show that inspired?
Oh,
Kolchak, the Night Stalker?
yeah. I've seen a couple of episodes of this. It is fantastic. It is
I've
very
watched the remake, but not the original.
Yeah, because the original is like the 70s. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, it's very much like detective dealing with weird supernatural mysteries. It has what's his face in it.
This sounds great. I'm on board.
Yeah, Darren McGavin, who you'd recognize, but you don't know him by name, but you would recognize. I think he was on the X-Files also later on.
Yeah.
In homage.
They do stuff like that
All
all the time.
Yeah. Really great. And I feel like there was an older, like way back when I listened to like an old episode of the Nerdist podcast, and they talked to somebody about, maybe they talked to Chris Carter or Vince Gilligan or something, talking to them about like what inspired you about this, and they're like, this guy, this weird shit,
Cool.
where it was like there's a vampire that's been robbing banks, and that's the plot of the show this week. But here's the wrinkle.
That sounds incredible.
They're blood banks.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good.
Wait, that's an episode of the X-Files.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
sure is.
okay.
Great. So 5s all around. We crushed this. Good job, the X-Files.
Great
Way to
job.
hold up.
Yeah.
Way to hold up
Yep.
after 30 years. Doing better than
Yep.
I'm doing. I'm falling over.
Same, I'm tired.
Was he the dad in A Christmas Story?
Yeah, I think he was.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a picture of him.
So next episode, we're going to talk about the first dinosaur ever discovered.
Yeah.
That is
Whoa.
a little dinosaur named Megalosaurus. And boy, oh
I'm gonna have to
boy,
practice
this is
that.
quite a story. This is quite a story, so get excited. There's some stuff. There's a fossil named after a nutsack. It is great. That's a teaser.
There always
What?
is.
That's a
Yeah.
teaser.
All right.
Do y'all remember that butthole fossil they just
Teabagger?
found? Oh, we'll talk
What?
about it next
Yeah,
week. We'll talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
we'll-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
From cats. They found the cats from the play and movie
Oh.
Cats fossilized. Butthole.
I was talking about a real butthole fossil, but that's good too.
It's gonna be a weird episode in this episode.
It's gonna be, as if they all aren't. Listeners,
fair.
if you like this podcast, subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you listen. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars. Write whatever you want. Tell us what you love about the X-Files. We want to hear it.
Tell us your favorite butthole.
Yeah, talk to us
Yeah.
about buttholes that you admire. You can email us about those buttholes at debutbuddies@gmail.com.
No pictures.
Yeah, please no pictures.
Pictures.
Text
AC
only.
art only.
Oh god.
If you like our theme song, check out Michael J. O'Connor's music. That is michaeljo'connor.bandcamp.com. And if you want to read some science fiction books, some of which have spooky Mulder and Scully-esque elements, including a book that we published 4 years ago now, titled Subterranean by Sarah Colombo. That book references the X-Files a lot because it's brimming with 90s nostalgia and alien conspiracies. It's fantastic. Give her a royalty check, Do a thing for a person.
Will you say the name again, please?
Subterranean by Sarah Colombo.
Thank you.
And we have Kelly and I have a podcast about horror movies called Never Show the Monster. So if you want to continue to listen to her voice, join us over there. We just did a series on Kevin Bacon. We may be doing a series on cryptids, or we may be past that. I really don't know where we're at right now, but we're somewhere. That's for sure.
We've lost time, folks.
Yeah.
It's possible there's aliens involved.
We did
That's
do
fair.
an alien flick in our cryptid series, so
On accident,
double check it out.
for sure.
Ooh, I like double check it out as a thing. This has been Debut Buddies. The truth is out there. Bye, buddies.
Bye. I want to believe.